and the Cleveland Browns.
Set to kick off.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throw complete right side to Cooks. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 28 yards. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Markey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 18.
First carry here for Joe Mixon.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Burrow.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
They are not ready for us.
Picked off at the 24. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those deep...
There he goes left side, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, 75 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Man, we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly to fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
At the 29-yard line.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt.
In punt formation.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Browns. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's out to Chubb, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 10 yards out, and the Browns add on to their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Browns 28, Bengals 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
25-yard line.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Mixon, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
And Green with a catch left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brandon Cooks, 82 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
2nd and 9 at the 26.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At the 24-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A nice gain of 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Bengals
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. He's at the 50. 30.
Oh boy, you ain't got no
20. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Dontrell Hilliard on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press it.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Sam Hubbard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
12-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. On the screen, Bernard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going to try and throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down, Bengals.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow rolling to his right. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak, It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On play action, Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
And nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Complete to David Njoku. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7.
And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Browns add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards. And now
the big fella, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the gun, Rodgers. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
24,
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
39-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb, and he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
It's a gain of 3.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sam Hubbard getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 33 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
3rd down.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
27.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
A run for Nick Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are pouring it on.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Burrow looking to pass. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now left side on the swing pass. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
First down. Here's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Rodgers looking to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Browns 77, Bengals 27.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's one of those plays.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool.